We've been talking a lot the last couple days about how to bet this fight. Now, Crawford is minus 700 to win, and this is kind of a 2-to-1 type fight. No one has an easy time with Shawn Porter. How do you see it? Like, how do you bet it?
It is tough because, as we all know, people like to come to Vegas or any sports book and risk a little to win a lot. So minus 700 is not something the masses are going to run up to do. But I do think Crawford wins this fight. The question is, can you find a prop or something along those lines? I think it's going to be inside the distance or by TKO, KO, or DQ. I just think the style of this with, especially Porter, because we know he can eat punches too, but just the fact that he's going to set the aggression early, and Crawford's going to want to match it, and Crawford, I think, does want the knockout. So maybe later in the fight, Porter might have to take chances if he's down on the scorecard, and I think he's willing to do that and go for the knockout because of his punching power and his belief that he can get to Crawford. But I think Crawford plus 150 in that inside the distance is something I'm willing to get behind because it's a lot more desirable than minus 700.
I like that a lot, especially when you consider a fight can also be stopped because of an accidental headbutt. They go to the card, stuff like that. And Crawford, who switches up orthodox southpaw against an aggressive fighter, there's a possibility, though that would be unsatisfying, that happens. All right. To the NFL, Dallas at Kansas City. The Chiefs are favored by 2.5 at home. I guess the wags are saying, or the odds makers are saying, Dallas is a little better right now on a neutral field, but they're not playing on a neutral field. What happens?
Yeah, it's at Arrowhead, and the line actually was going to be pick'em before last Sunday night when the Chiefs kind of dominated the Raiders. But let's pump the brakes on saying the Chiefs are back. Yes, they've won 3 straight, but it's against the Raiders, who have a lot going on with the human element and the Deshaun Jackson fumble. It's not like the Chiefs' defense was really that stout, all things considered. And Mahomes got away with some risky throws. Those were 50-50 balls that could have been easily a pick.
Yep.
Before that was the Packers without Aaron Rodgers, and Mason Crosby missed 2 field goals. And before that was the Giants on Monday night when they were thin. They've only covered one of those games. That was last week. So I think there's extreme value on the Cowboys. They've covered every game except that letdown spot. So they go into Minnesota, win without Dak. Next game kind of fall on their face against the Broncos, and then they're back. So I think we're going to see a really good performance from Dallas. Their defense is actually top 10. It's respectable. They just have to be kind of in that mid-range as opposed to last year. I think there's great value getting 2.5 with the Cowboys. I think they win this game.
It makes a lot of sense. The only thing I'll say, and this is my key to victory, is the Kansas City run game. Because the Broncos kind of controlled time of possession.
And got up early.
And that's what you're giving Kansas City right now. So if they'll take it, because I agree with you, 5 touchdowns and 400 yards, it was B-minus Mahomes somehow.
And he still did that, right?
That's kind of scary. Okay, finally in college football, Alabama hosts Arkansas as a 20.5-point favorite. This happens in college, but you like the total in this game. Why?
Yeah, I'm going to go under here. I just think the style, we talk about boxing styles make fights. I don't think Alabama has any issue running the ball. Arkansas's got a strong defense, although Bryce Young will have some passes and the receivers are talented. But Arkansas's rushing attack is sort of like a throwback to the old days. They go quarterback lead left and quarterback lead right with their big quarterback, and I just think it's a big number at 58.5. Bama's defense will also show up. I mean, LSU and Arkansas last week was like in a field goal game. It was like 3-0 for so long and ended up being overtime a low-scoring game. But I just don't trust Arkansas's offense enough to think about the over there. I like the under here.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.